very nice to see everyone here and reconnect because it's been a little while since we've seen each other earlier this year. Welcome to the final autumn Kismet for this year.
I'm Franco from originally Cordoba, Argentina.
I'm a food interaction designer based in Italy.
I'm from Poland originally. I live in Belgium.
I call myself a culinary astronaut.
User experience designer and design strategist.
Agriculture engineering.
I'm very interested in this field.
Good you are here. They will help you, and we all will help you. It's like a nice community.
It was a busy year. You can see the lights behind me, and you can see the same lights in the photograph. Or maybe I cropped it out, but this Carola and I were in the same spot together last month when she came to Belgium. Of course, Martina visited Antwerp earlier this year, where we had a week-long work sprint together. I visited Maggie in Barcelona, so we've had a lot of cross-pollination of the team this year to bring everything that we've brought, hi Mika, into i-fooddesign and out to you guys as well. We also had the opportunity to be involved in and visit the opening of very, very exciting projects this year. The Food Design Playground. So Mariah Vogelsang opened the Food Design Playground in Dordrecht. We had the privilege to be part of the opening night, where they had specific showcasing of concepts like the tarot card dinner. That is Laila Snevele, a let's say gastrophysics researcher. She launched the new version of her project called Phygital Seasoning, and I was able to test that out in terms of how AI and the atmosphere can come together to affect and influence the way that we uh, perceive taste and flavor. So it was a really cool way to showcase and be involved in big projects. There is a reason I'm telling you all this, because we might have the opportunity to do some stuff next year together there. We also, earlier this year, worked really hard the last few years to put together the mobile app for i-fooddesign, which as members, all of you have access to, i-fooddesign on the go. Through this, you're able to attend and also host your own events, get notified about internships, job opportunities in food and design. You're able to access training programs, work resources, curriculum, etc. through there. And you're also, of course, able to, through the community area, connect and collaborate with other food designers from across the world. We've hosted, of course, in partnership with members from the community, very exciting events this year, including topics like the over-intellectualization of food design. And through that, we came up with formats of projects such as Ensemble, where we collaborated with other members within the food design network, like Jasper Udink ten Kate, or the creative chef in the Netherlands, to produce the first iteration of i-fooddesigns Ensemble, where we had a sit-down dinner with short films during the opening weekend of Dutch Design Week. It was an opportunity for members of the food design community to be able to showcase the depth of their work. What we've learned a lot in the past few years is when you present yourself as a food designer, people or clients or your family doesn't seem to understand what it is that you do or your vision or what you want to do. And that can be very frustrating. What happens when people cannot understand the depth of our work? They're not willing to pay for or commission a project with the way you need to do it, with a concept, with research, with intention, with a story. People are not willing to pay for that. So what we came up with was a format, a very simple format, a dinner. People are willing to pay for a dinner. But we had a dinner along with short films. So as part of Dutch Design Week, we had artists who had worked together. We had 5 different projects, so 5 courses, 5 short films, and each short film addressed a very big topic in food and design. For example, Sophie Coulet from France addressed what it's like working as a young female professional in high-end French professional kitchens, what the toxic situation in the kitchens are like there. I addressed how what can happen if we continue with the agricultural practice of monocropping and how we will need to maybe start creating dishes using single ingredients. Martina and Natalia collaborated from Colombia and Italy to look at what's happening with AI and tradition that our grandmothers, for example, have given us in food. So, what happens when we put grandmas versus AI together, and so on. Um, so the format was a large table. We showcased the projects throughout the day, and then we had a sit-down dinner where there was 5 courses paired with the short film, and the artists were there to speak about their project and their vision itself. When it came to a big problem that the international food design community is facing is we can't find work or jobs in food design. We study or we graduate as food designers, or we enter this profession and we cannot or find the right opportunities or the paid opportunities within the work. We tried to solve that problem with you. We posted over 45, I think I counted this morning, specific jobs in food design. It ranged from full-time positions to freelance positions, um, in creative restaurants to research agencies, government agencies, private institutions. So again, even if you are not actively looking for a job, you can look back at what kind of roles or what kind of organizations are involved in having these kind of opportunities to see how you can collaborate, how you can position yourself in a way to be valuable to them and provide your services. We also launched, along with Carola this year, the coaching sessions specifically to help food designers in a stronger way position their profiles. So we had a online consultations, we had goal settings for food designers, help them professionally position themselves, looked at website, LinkedIn, provided workshops and training one-on-one for our members, and then also help you with working on documents like your CV, portfolio. If you've sent out an application and have a rejection, we work with you to understand and analyze why that did not go through. And then we also helped customers with or members with custom job search, weekly suggestions of targeted jobs, either based on location or industry, and provided guidance and feedback on their applications. We had the opportunity to visit some of our partners there. This is the Make Eat Lab, and this was part of one of our programs that we launched right in the beginning of this year called Own Your Space, where you actually get to go inside into practicing successful food design studios from around the world and understand behind the scenes how they work, what their setups are, what kind of teams they have, and sort of dream up versions of your own studio space as well. We then also launched training in person for the first time a few months ago, where we had an intimate group of people in a very personal setup of working on how to position their services as food designers and how to attract the right kind of clientele, reach their financial goals, access funding, and things like that.
I did a course with Yashan, and I already did many of these courses, but because he's like so specific and he knows like the food design world, he gets the targets well. For we were about like with a few peoples, and everybody has his own story, but we're working with him, he can point what the pain points are for you. So I should recommend it, should do it. And that's why I was so clear, like presenting myself. In the beginning, as was like, I am this and that, and everybody's saying, what are you doing? And I'm just saying I'm a culinary astronaut to raise awareness about the health for the planet and ourselves through future food. And then they say, okay, now we understand.
Buddies project, specifically designed to pair you with someone from the community based on what you might need. An accountability partner, a collaborator, someone with a completely different skill set, so that you can have one person that you can constantly be in touch with for 6 months at a time, and not feel so alone in your practice or feel so lost or isolated. And of course, we had launched earlier this year a very, very exciting series called Bread and Butter, along with Martina. Martina, I will hand over the floor to you to talk about the concept and all the people that you worked with this year.
Yes. So bread and butter is basically an interview that we do live. We used to do that on Instagram, but now we moved it on Zoom. So it's just for members of the community to participate and to be live with the interviewed member. So you can ask questions and you can learn more about food designer or another professional working with food, because we don't have to be like a food design as maybe I intended to be. So these are the people that we already interviewed this year, but the next one will be Barbara on the 25th of November, so next Tuesday. And so if you want to join us during the live on Zoom, you will receive the link. So basically, it's just a talk to get to know you. And that's why we decided to call it bread and butter, because it's like we are doing a break together in the afternoon, eating something really simple. I came up with this name because when I was a child, my grandma used to give me bread and butter and salt if I wanted savory dish, or sugar if I wanted something sweet for my break in the afternoon. So that's the idea, a small chat between us to get to know each other and get to know a new member of the community and learn something new, because I always learn something new, new points of view, new ways for approaching to food. And it's really, I think, enriching for all of us, for whoever take part. So please join us, and we will meet Barbara, and you can ask questions and get to know her and understand a new way to do food design.
And with that, before we close for the year, I have another last exciting announcement. Spit It Out. It is a book designed specifically to help you effectively communicate your creative food practice, so you don't feel like every time someone asks you what is it that you do, you feel like you're babbling all over the place, multiple things, and then you're a jack of all trades, master of nothing. So with a annual membership before 15 December, you get a complimentary copy of Spit It Out as part of your membership during next year. So look forward to seeing you, to collaborate together more next year, for you to be a part of the festival and all the projects that we do, and to also help support you in your independent, unique, fabulous contribution and energy that you bring out into the world through your food design practice. So don't give up. We're all like little ants in this community, working together to help each other do more and more. So thank you for your support, for your presence, your trust in all of us. And we hope to be able to continue to work together through next year as well.
Happy Christmas
Thank
food, I would
you.
say.
Happy
Happy end of year
Christmas.
food fest.
Happy Christmas. Yes.
Thank you,
Ciao.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.